Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. I know yesterday's top 10 countdown was about college football, but today I'm going to discuss more college football. Today we're going to look at the new preseason top 25 according to Stuart Mandel, who is a writer for the Athletic. Now, the Athletic has quite a few writers. Some people have heard of, some they haven't. Stuart Mandel's actually been around for a while, and he's a pretty prominent name in the world of college football. But this is his latest top 25 that came out on Tuesday. Now, of course, these change, maybe not weekly, but at least monthly up until about August, and then we'll start getting our weekly polls. But I 100% completely do not understand how these can change in the off season, because I know teams add transfers and I know teams lose transfers. I get that. But just because a player sucked for you doesn't mean he's going to suck somewhere else. Just because a player was good for you doesn't mean he's going to be good somewhere else. So to move teams up and down the polls based on players that they've gained that have not played a snap, I just completely do not understand, because teams, no matter how good the talent is, have to play well and gel well together. And how can you tell if a team is going to gel well together when they have not played yet? That makes zero sense to me. But on to Stuart Mandel's new preseason top 25. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Texas. Number 4, Alabama. Number 5, Oregon. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 7, Notre Dame. Number 8, Utah. Number 9, Michigan. Number 10, Florida State. Number 11, Oklahoma State. Number 12, Missouri. Auburn, Miami, and Kansas State round out the top 15. And it drives me crazy when you see these rankings, and out beside Miami it always says FL for Florida. And I know you also have Miami and Ohio, but everybody knows when they see a team ranked in college football, that's Miami. We know it's the Hurricanes. It is not the Redhawks. I don't think they've been ranked since Ben Roethlisberger was their quarterback. And if Miami of Ohio was ranked, you ain't got to tell us. The whole world would know. Plus, we know the difference in the color scheme of the Hurricanes and the Redhawks. Tennessee, Penn State, Louisville, Oklahoma, and the Kansas Jayhawks round out the top 20. 21 through 25 is NC State, Clemson, Texas A&M, Iowa, and Virginia Tech. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the highest ranked non-Power 5 team makes the playoffs. They'll get the automatic bid for being the highest ranked non-Power 5 team. So if Stuart Mandel is accurate, his 12 playoff teams would be Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Oregon, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Utah, Michigan, Florida State, and Oklahoma State at number 11. And then the 12th and final spot would go to the highest ranked non-Power 5 team, and he does not have a non-Power 5 team ranked in his top 25. So we do not know who he thinks would be the highest ranked non-Power 5 team. The last couple of years, Tulane has been up there, but who knows if they'll be that good again this year. I guess we'll have to sit back and wait and find out. Boise State used to always be that team, but Boise State is now a shell of their former selves. And Clemson, number 22, is probably about where I would have them at, because there's no way, based on how bad their offense was last year, that I would rank them in the top 10, top 15. I think you'd be crazy to do that. I might have them at 20, but that's about as high as I would go with them. We'll find out against Georgia how much improvement, if any, their offense has made. Now, they're not going to beat Georgia. I'll be stunned if they beat Georgia. But if they can play Georgia and score 24, 27 points, then I might say, okay, I see some improvement. But I'm afraid they're going to play Georgia and they're going to score 13, 14, maybe 17 points, which is about what they would do last year. And if that's the case, it'll be later on in the season whether we know if they've made any progress or not. But I'm sick and tired of people wanting to down Dabo Swinney for not using the portal. We all know by now that Dabo is a man of his word. He does what he says, and he means what he says. And when this whole transfer portal stuff started, Dabo said it's bad for college football. It's terrible. It's a bad idea. Now, how can you come out and say it's a bad idea and it's bad for the sport, then at the same time go out and get 20 transfers? That would kind of make you a hypocrite, and we know by now Dabo is not. So people should not be surprised when he doesn't use it. Plus, he also knows, because Dabo is very, very, very smart, that the way teams are using the portal right now is not going to continue. I don't know what kind of restrictions we're going to see, but we're going to see restrictions. So there's no point in getting too comfortable being able to go out there and get 20 players in the portal when one day that's going to stop. So if you adjust to it, then you have to turn around and readjust to not using it as much. So instead of adjusting and readjusting, Dabo's just going to stay where he is. If it surprises anybody, you're crazy. But any thoughts on this, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. After years of extensive research, experts have concluded that having children is hereditary. If your parents never had children, you wouldn't either. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.